Gentlewoman from Ohio, Mrs. Beatty, who's also the chair of the Subcommittee on Diversity and Inclusion, is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Madam Chairwoman, and thank you to the witness for being here today. I won't, for the sake of time, go over some of the things that some of my other colleagues, especially Congresswoman Maloney, has asked about when we talk about the fair lending enforcement. But I will say that on page 63 of the report, it states that the Bureau filed one lending enforcement. So I think you've already gotten the gist of how we feel about that. So let me go on and move to financial literacy and Education Commission. As you probably know, I have spent a lot of time talking with you, your staff, and anyone who will listen about financial literacy and the benefits of it, because so many of the ramifications for those who are the least of us, whether they're unbanked, underbanked, whether they're facing many of the issues that we deal with in this committee and with the work that you are doing. Also, as co-chair of the Financial and Economic Literacy Council, I spend a lot of time reading and looking at data. The Financial Literacy and Education Improvement Act that was passed in 2003 established a Financial Literacy and Education Committee that's chaired by the Treasury Secretary and whose vice chair is the director of the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau. So that would be you. So the law states that the commission shall meet at least once every 4 months. Can you tell me when the last meeting was held? How many meetings that you've held from 2019 to now, and what was something significant that you came up with?
So I can tell you there have been substantial conversations around this.
No, just stick with me. How many? The law says you must have meetings. How many meetings? So we just give me that number first, because the clock's going to run down, and I have several questions. How many meetings by the law have you held within the time frame the law asked?
Within the time frame the law passed,
Ask.
Oh.
Yeah, it tells us. So have you had the number of meetings? Let's do a yes or no so we can move on.
No.
Okay, so that means, for the record, we have not met what the law states on something that you talk about and certainly is important to us. So I guess if you didn't meet as the law stated you should and you're vice chair, you can't answer the other questions of what happened within those meetings per what the act is to do. So
the act does require reporting, and we have maintained the regular reporting. We've had a lot of staff level meetings too.
If the law requires you to meet and you're telling me you've had reporting, why didn't you meet? And you're the vice chair. It's not like you're just one of the members without any control. You are the vice chair of a major committee that we work on, and you know me. You know what my issues are. I am very transparent about standing up for the people and trying to get things done within the law, within a committee. So let me just move to the next question. As you know, the civil penalty fund at your agency is used to compensate consumers who have been harmed by violation of consumer financial protection law. Some of this money may also be used by your organization to fund consumer education and financial literacy programs. Can you tell me if the Consumer Bureau has used any of the civil penalty money in the last 6 months for financial literacy education?
We have not, Congresswoman, because we fund that through our regular operations.
Okay, so can you tell me what you have used the money for in relationship which would help those individuals who could not be helped otherwise?
The primary purpose of the civil penalty fund is to provide restitution in cases where
I'm going to cut you off again just because of time. I understand what it's designed for. The answer is, did you meet what it was designed for? And to tell me and elaborate on that, please.
Yes, we continue to pay out in the cases.
Just tell me the things. Give me 3. Just give me 3 that you paid for.
There were several cases. One was the was it Gamber? I don't remember what there was a case with respect to veterans, and the entity was basically was bankrupt. But we did a civil penalty fund fine of $1, and then we have paid out I believe hundreds of thousands in that case.
Okay, it says to fund consumer education programs. So tell me a consumer education program, and I'm sorry, my time has run out. I yield back.